What is up, guys? Smashing Pumpkin here, coming at you guys with another edition of Fun Deck Friday. From last week's edition, I got a suggestion from Slate Warrior saying, make Deskbots, bro. To be honest, I had no idea what Deskbots were, so I was probably just going to set it off for a while. But to give him credit, I at least looked up what Deskbots are and what they do, and I was actually, frankly, pleasantly surprised at how functional a deck could be made from these cards that I'd never heard of before. So let's get started by answering the questions probably on some of your minds. What exactly are Deskbots? Deskbots are a series of 3 monsters ranging from level 1, level 2, and level 3 Deskbot variants. And they all have very interesting abilities to swarm the field very quickly. First, it's helpful to note that they're all Earth machines with 500 attack and 500 defense. This will come into play in a little bit. Which is Deskbot 003. When it's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 Deskbot from your deck, except Deskbot 003, and then once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target a Deskbot monster you control. It gains 500 attack and 500 defense for each Deskbot monster you currently control until the end phase. This card is probably the most helpful one because it will allow you to summon Deskbots from your deck, which means that you're essentially +1 when you summon this card. Also, it can give monsters huge attack buffs, which means that your normally dorky Deskbot monsters will actually have some attack points, which is helpful. What you normally get off of Deskbot 003 is Deskbot 002, which states when this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Deskbot card from your deck to your hand. This would be cool if there was a Deskbot Speller Trap. There isn't right now, so that kind of sucks. But also, all your machine-type monsters gain 500 attack and 500 defense. This means that your dorky, low-level machine-type monsters will actually have some sort of attack. How you win your games most of the time is with Deskbot 001, and its effect is that this card gains 500 attack and 500 defense for each machine-type monster you control. If 2 or more machine-type monsters are special summoned at the same time while this card's in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Deskbot 001 is going to probably get the attack boosts from your 003 and your 002, along with his own. So your Deskbot 001 is going to have like really high attack points, which is essentially how you're going to be winning your games 9 times out of 10. And what makes Deskbots also really perfect are they fall right into the range where they can be machine duplicated. And what machine duplication states is that you can target a machine type monster you control with 500 or less attack, and then you can special summon up to 2 from your deck with the same name. You can machine dupe a 002, and then you get 2 more 002s from your deck, and then you get 2 more adds to your hand. The only Deskbot that you can't machine dupe normally is Deskbot 001 because its effect, once it hits the field, will put it at 1000 attack, which is unfortunate, but it normally doesn't make too much difference. So those are the core cards of the Deskbot deck, and let's get started with the deck profile. Alright, for starters we have 3 of all the Deskbot monsters, 1, 2, and 3. And then we have 3 copies of Geargia Augur. This is another machine duplication target. It also will allow you to add either your accelerator or your gearbox. Gearbox will then allow you to add 003 to your hand, and then you can start your combos off from there. And then accelerator is really helpful in a combo with machine duplication, where you machine dupe your Augur after adding accelerator, and then you special summon the accelerator, and then you make a Gigagon X, detach the accelerator, add it to your hand from the graveyard, and then you just repeat that process 3 more times until you have 3 Gigagons, and then with the last one, you search out a Deskbot 003. We also, for the rest of the monsters, you play 1 Machina Fortress. This is just something that you can ditch spare monsters from your hand, and you get another machine on the field that has pretty high attack. And then 1 Redox, because you will also have an abundance of Deskbot monsters, or just monsters that aren't really helpful for you. So Redox can summon something from the graveyard. It also can put another monster on the board, which sometimes is relevant, and it's also level 7, so you can make synchro plays with 001. Spells, Snatch Steal, mind control, and 3 enemy controllers. These are to remove your opponent's monsters from the board so that you can OTK. Same vein is Dark Hole and Raigeki, but they're a little bit less helpful sometimes. As far as attack buffs go, we play Limiter and United We Stand. These will increase your attack really high, so that essentially one attack from 001 will be game, even if it's through a monster. Play triple dupe and triple upstart, and 3 MST and 2 Nightbeam to get rid of problems. Book of Moon as just general disruption, and it's pretty good against Burning Abyss. And then 2 Hidden Armory to get back your Unite We Stands and your Snatch Steals, or just search them out from your deck. If you're not summoning Augur or 003, then this is, like, I guess your 7th and 8th normal summons from your deck. Extra deck, you play Gachi Gachi. Normally when you have to make these guys, like, the game's probably going to be over pretty soon, but they're there just so you can survive long enough to pull it out of the bag somehow. And then 1 Downward Magician. When you steal a Dante, you make it Downward Magician over it. 3 Gigagon X for the combo with Machine Dupe. 1 Castel, 1 Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, Highland Draco, and Cowboy. These are just to make game sometimes, and then these are to restabilize the board. And then Draco Sack and Big Eye for when you have that rare situation where you have a Fortress and a Redox. They're pretty game-winning cards, so like against some matchups this will be really good. And then for synchro options, you have Armory Arm. You can make this from Deskbot 1 off of Deskbot 003. And if you have like something on the board already, you can just make an Armory Arm, equip it, and then attack for game. Armades, this is if you have a Deskbot 1 and a Gear Augur, you can go into this, and that's not terrible. And then Scrap Dragon, which is the 8 that you make normally with Redox. And Deskbot 001, you can take out Armades and probably Armory Arm, and you can add more level 8s if you want to. I didn't think that there were other ones that were that great. Slate Warrior, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I made a decent deck. Try it out if you guys want, and be sure to leave likes if you want to see gameplay, more combos with the deck, or yeah, stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Smashing Pumpkin is signing out. Peace.